ask you to see if we have permission from your higher self to proceed with the investigation. Do we have permission from your higher self to proceed? Yes. Okay. Can you ask my higher self?
Out loud?
I just need an answer. Is this appropriate? Okay, good. Now I need to ask permission from the higher self of the subject that we want to approach. And his name is Chris. He lives in Crawley. And I understand he's 26 years old. And if we can ask our guides and helpers to direct us to him and ask for permission from his higher self.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now Claire, what I want you to do is allow yourself to be drawn to this man and conduct a scan of his energy field. And let me know what you find. Describe what you see or hear or feel.
Feeling there's possibly some kind of compulsive behaviour going on, which is very difficult for the individual to come to terms with. Sort of torn between being compelled and not wanting to do whatever it is.
Okay.
I was also immediately, when I linked in with this gentleman, I was taken to my feet for some reason, as if I don't feel that maybe physically he's having difficulty walking, but there's some kind of maybe some kind of energetic interference with his body movements. I'm not quite sure about that, but that was the first thing.
Okay. That's good.
Don't tell me anything.
Okay.
I have the impression that there's a connection with a female. I'm feeling there was a female in the spirit world around this gentleman. There's been some kind of I'm feeling that there's a female around this gentleman who is unsettled, very unsettled. I'm having the feeling that this unsettled spirit is upset.
What I'd like to do is to offer this spirit an opportunity to communicate with us, because if it's upset, if it's distressed in any way, I'd like it to know that we're maybe in a position to help. So perhaps we'd like to ask her if she'd be willing to communicate with us.
I'm just speaking to the lady in my mind, I'm telling her that it's okay, that I'm asking her to move closer to me, that I don't have any ill intent, that she's safe with me. I'm also letting her know that she's passed on, that she's dead. She knows that. I've asked her if she'd like to work with me, and she said she can't see any point.
The point is to help her.
Well, she's worried about the man.
Is she?
Yeah.
So does she have any intention or purpose of being with the man?
She's trying to make him see that she's there.
And why would she want to do that?
I have the impression here that he's possibly indulging in behaviour which might be self-destructive.
I'm interested to know what the connection is. What's the relationship between you?
She's either his auntie or first she said she found him attractive. I'm not quite sure. I can't be certain about a blood relationship with.
Ask her if she'd be willing to speak with me.
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, it seems that we have the same objective, where we are all here in order to help Chris. And what I'd like to know from you, first of all, what do I call you? What's your name? Please.
I'll just see a second or two. Jean.
Jean, hello Jean. Thank you very much for coming to speak with me. Seems we have a common interest, the concern for Chris. And I'm interested to know what relationship you have with him. Are you related in some way? In the bloodstream. Just want to reassure you that we're here to help. And if you're having difficulty of any kind, perhaps we can help resolve that difficulty. And you need to know what it is you want to do. And you can tell me. How can I make it easy for you? me ask you this then, see if I can make it easy for you. You're aware that you don't have a physical body, aren't you? Are you aware of the fact you don't have a physical body?
No.
You're not aware. As far as you're concerned, you're in a living body, and they are. Would you believe? And you're having difficulty in getting Chris to see you and acknowledge you. Well, he can't see you, he can't hear you. And the reason he can't see you and can't hear you is because you no longer have a physical body. Something happened to you. You can't remember. What I want you to do is go back to that time and that place where you left your physical body. Just that time and that place where you left your physical body. Maybe do a shadows of past. Explain things that you don't understand. You should try to explain to me where you are and what you do. What was it you did to you? Very well. What would you do? You must have had good reason for doing that. I just want you to understand. And what you do there's nothing to fear. Because you're aware that consciousness survives. That what you do will. What you're experiencing is a life after that. And you can acknowledge the things that happen to you, the things you do. And you can look back and understand.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
You see, this is the way you know about doing things that we don't fully understand. You had your reasons at the time, very good reasons at the time. Something was happening, it was difficult to do. And what we have to do now is to help you move on to what is behind you, move forward with the knowledge that you have. Yes.
Yes, very, very good.
Man Chris, and your babies. Are you telling me you're his mother? Is that what that means? Are you telling me he's your mother? You're his mother? Let me understand what you mean.
They found him.
You found him. Are you telling me you didn't give birth to him? Help me understand. Where did you find him? Where did you find him? Honestly. Trying to understand. Found him in the street, a baby in the street. What are you saying? I'm still trying to understand what you're trying to say. Do you? But he doesn't know you're around, does he? Let's go back to this time you say you didn't choose. As I understand it, you took your own. Yes, you know that. Yes, I do. You had a reason to do that. Something was happening. It was intolerable that you needed to escape and losing him. Yes. Yeah. But you're still conscious. You still exist. You succeeded in ending your life, but your consciousness exists. And you're trying to get this man Chris to acknowledge your presence because you want to help him. Am I understanding this correctly? Okay. What you're probably not aware of is that when you die, when the body dies, the spirit leaves the body, because that's what you are. You are a spirit. When you no longer belong on the earth plane, you need to go somewhere else. And you don't know where to go, do you? Okay. I'm going to help you go home, to where your spirit belongs. Or I'm going to ask someone to come from the right and help you and guide you in this fortune. Now, who was your closest relative at the time that your life ended? Your sister. Your sister still living? What about your mother and your father? Are they still living? Your father wasn't still living. He died, yeah. And what memories do you have of your father? Are you close to your father? No? Not a good relationship? Now, if there was someone that you held in high regard, someone you respected, someone you loved, who passed on, who would that be? Someone you felt close to, who you'd lost. Who would that be? Your name. Okay. Supposing we asked your name. To name. Okay. Supposing we asked your nan to come and show you the light, would you go with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's ask her to come. What we need to do is look around you and see the light. The light. Do you see the light? Do you see the light? Okay. Now asking your man to come from the light. Show you the light. Do you see?
Yeah.
You can tell me what you see. So, she not close to see you. To go with, you can go with your man, and she'll show you the way. You come from her. You can wet. You can be at peace. You can easily. Claire, I'm speaking to you. I want you to let me know that you has come as the man to the light. Okay? When you say let him know. Come back to yourself. Be yourself again. I'm not sure if this spirit is going to be like that. I'm not to let me know. Okay? I mean, you have done it. I want you to stay where you are. That's what we're doing now. Right now. Are you happy that she's gone? Good. Now let's go back to Chris and have another look and see if there's anything else that needs attending to. Have a good look around, have a good feel of his energy and see if there's anything else that draws your attention.
I don't know why, but I first had an impression of peanuts. Don't ask me why, I don't know. I've got it, so I'm glad to say it.
Okay. What I'm looking for here, I'm looking to see if there's any other energy formed that is not of Chris Hughes. We may have to look at different frequencies, either within his ball or somewhere around it.
Something disturbing his head.
Okay.
Whether it's buzzing or whether there's something disturbing his head.
Okay. Let's get drawn to this energy around his head. And again, what I'd like to do is to be able to...
Is he in some kind of an electromagnetic field? Is he near pylons or into electrical equipment or some kind of a substation or something? Something is like it's above as I'm looking to my right, it's the left-hand side of the portion. Here, somewhere,
Okay.
there's something, some kind of interference or something going on.
Okay, now what I'd like to do, with your permission, with your cooperation, same as we did before, I'd like to be able to communicate with this energy form. Okay. And I'm going to invite this energy form to communicate with me through you. Because you know harm in any way. If you, Claire, object to this, you only have to say, no. So I'm inviting this energy form around Christopher to communicate with me, and I want to know what your name is. Will you tell me your name, please?
Right. Sounds really stupid, but the first thing that came into my head immediately was Max.
Okay. Max.
Max.
Okay. Let me speak to Max. Let me speak with Max. Okay. Just allow yourself to be used as an instrument of communication. Okay. And I want Max to communicate with me through Claire. Not cause her any harm in any way. I'm here to help. Do you understand? And I want you to speak with me. You can express your thoughts and feelings. And I'd like to know what it is you want to achieve. What it is you're doing here with Chris. Can you do that?
Building up my power.
Building up your power. Okay. That's interesting. Now I need to know precisely what it is you mean. Have you lived a life life? Have you ever had human form? No, okay. Your name's not Max then, is it? Do you have a name? But can I call you Max?
Yes.
Okay. You need to build up your power. Okay. Do you know where you come from, Max? What's your origin?
Everywhere.
Okay. What is it that attracted you to Chris? In particular, why him? The reason?
He's got the right sort of power.
What sort of power that you need? Okay. What sort of power is that? Can you describe it? Can you give me some idea of why this type of power is important to you?
It's given away.
It's given away. Yeah. It's given away for you to use? What do you tell me? I'm interested. What do you use this power for?
To exist.
Okay. So let me get this right. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I need to understand. You use the power of a living human being in order for you to exist. Is that right? Okay. Is that the only way you can exist?
Yes.
Have you not existed any other way? No. So before you came to Chris to use his power, does that mean that you were with someone else using theirs?
Yes.
So you move from person to person, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And what is it that prompts you to move to person, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And what is it that prompts you to move from one person to the next? Is it because their source of power is better, or is it because they've died? Under what circumstances do you move from one person to the next?
The energy goes. If the energy changes,
Then you have to move on, yeah?
yeah.
Okay. It's interesting. And you tell me that this is the only way you can survive, by tapping into the energy of living human beings.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any other sources of energy that you're not aware of?
Yes.
For example,
Anger.
did you say anger?
Anger.
Anger. Anger is a source of energy, yes?
Yes.
So people who are angry create energy, and that's what attracts you to them?
Not me.
Not you. Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. So you're not attracted by anger,
No.
but there are other entities that are, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So what is the nature of the energy that attracts you in particular? What is this? What are the characteristics? You named anger as another source of energy. What's the source of energy that you use?
It's easily given away. Easy. Easy.
Is there a name for it? What would we call it? What would Chris call it? Is there an emotion attached to this energy? You mentioned before another form of energy.
It's being out of control.
Being out of control.
Easy.
So a person who loses control
Gives it away.
gives their energy away.
Gives it away. It's easy. It's not difficult.
Okay. So what is it about Chris that makes it easy for him to give his energy away? Is there something wrong with him?
He's very soft.
Is he? But in his personality, you mean? Would that mean that he's easily manipulated? Easily taken advantage of, would you say?
He's not in control.
Who is in control? If he's not in control, who is? Are you?
To a degree.
Okay. So to a degree you can control Chris. You're using his energy, you can control his actions, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Excellent. You're making progress. I'm beginning to understand. I have a suggestion to put to you, something I'd like you to consider. There is a concept within our universe that's known as free will. Are you familiar with this concept?
Yes.
Okay. So let me ask you this. When you are using Chris's energy and you are exercising your control to a degree and he's losing control, would it not be reasonable to suggest that you are interfering, for want of a better word, manipulating his free will. Would you agree with that?
There's manipulation everywhere.
Of course there is. We're talking about...
I have to survive.
Of course you do. I understand that.
I have to survive.
I understand that. Of course you do. We all have to survive. We all have to survive the best way we know how. I agree, I understand. But what I'm trying to do is to find a way that you can survive without manipulating and taking partial control of another person without their knowledge. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a solution that doesn't impinge on the right of free will. Does that make sense to you? In other words, if the energy that you need was given freely, there would be no problem, would there?
It's given away.
Yes, but he's unaware of it. It's not given away with his consent. Yeah?
It's easy.
I know it's easy. What I'm going to do is to invite someone to join us here. Someone from higher realms with higher knowledge and higher wisdom than we have. And try to provide us with a solution to this problem of providing you with energy so that you can survive, yeah? But without manipulating another person's free will without their knowledge. That's what I'm asking for. And if we could find you a source of energy that enabled you to survive, would you be willing to give it a try?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's invite an archangel perhaps. What I'm going to do now is to ask Claire, who you are speaking to me through, I'm asking her, be on the lookout for an archangel to come and help us solve this problem. I'm asking the guides and archangel to come and assist. And Claire, perhaps you could let me know if anyone's coming to us. Okay. Someone's coming? Mm-hmm. Just call me. We're in communication. Are you aware of the entity that is using Chris's energy? Using the entity I've just been communicating with?
Still there, but then it's so close.
I need you to give me commentary on what you see, what's happening.
They're sort of here, rather than they were speaking through me before.
Who's that?
Whoever it was.
Okay. I need to know what's happening.
I'm sorry. There's also disturbance downstairs.
I'm allowed to disturb you. I need to know what's happening.
I've got Michael with the sword. I've got Michael with the sword. I've just seen the sword. And he's very big.
And what if the entity that I was just communicating with, what is happening with it?
It's quite calm. It's quite indifferent, really. It's not showing any emotion at the prospect of being given another source of energy.
Good. Sort of, because it needs to survive and we're not in the business of destruction.
I have the impression that that sort of emotion it's not capable of it.
Right?
I have the impression that emotion rather is what it feeds on, rather than producing it itself.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm sort of looking on here, and when I say looking on, it's more of a sensing and a fleeting image, and I'm sensing really that the Archangel and this entity are working it out between, feeling that the Archangel clearly has the upper hand in this, and that there is explaining being done, and agreement being reached, potentially really without the need for me to be some kind of go-between.
Excellent.
Rather for me to sit here,
Good.
simply to be the observer and to report verbally what is going on. I'm feeling that there is an arranging going on and a rearranging of the connection that this entity has with the subject. And that it's being sorted out here without my involvement. I don't need to be involved in this.
That's good. I'm very pleased to hear that because we can allow Archangel Michael and the entity to.
There's no need for me to be involved in
Good. I'm very pleased to hear that because it means that we can turn our attention elsewhere.
I feel that can now become.
Good. So let's turn our attention back to the subject, back to Chris, and see if we can determine what it is about his energy that attracted this entity who saw him as a source of energy for its own existence. I need to determine what it was that attracted this energy to him. Does he have? Is there something wrong with him? Or was the energy that was using his energy causing an illness? What is the cause? That's my question.
There's definitely an area within him where this energy is being withdrawn, if you like. Apart from behaviour and stuff. This is something to do with his lungs in any way, please. Nothing to do with the breathing.
No, what I want you to do is look at the behaviour of the nervous system.
Okay.
Is there anything that needs attending to the medical condition? In his head or his nervous system?
The tune like you're in scan.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to ask the guides to help you with this. You need to go right to the source of the problem. You can take you there and show you what it is.
So something plays behind his some hearing.
Well, this is what we want to find out. We want to find out we've discovered two entities that we've been dealt with. I need to know what troubles this man. Is it a human disease, or is his affliction caused by, does it have a spiritual origin or a physical origin? Because if it has a physical origin, perhaps we can ask our guides and helpers with the knowledge and the experience to repair the damage. If it's a spiritual origin, then we can just remove what's causing the problem. We've already removed to it. I'm already more to be removed. And the information should be shown to you without your perception. So we just have to know what you're being presented with.
Can't seem to come anywhere else in the body except this behind the lower part of the head,
Okay.
behind the ears,
Okay. What I want you to do is
on the left hand side.
use your consciousness if it's a high-powered microscope and zoom in into sharp focus and describe to me what you see.
What? I don't know how things work particularly in the physical body, but it's kind of like things are firing on, nerve ending.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're doing okay. You're doing fine.
You know, it's as if coming to the end of something that's going
Yeah.
like that.
No, you're doing wonderfully
Like that.
well.
Okay.
Yes.
It's the way it's showing it to me in like it's kind of red and it's like a flat, it's like an electrical charge,
Yes.
like that.
You're doing very, very well. You've given me an excellent description. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
But it's as if it's in a cluster.
okay.
It's not all over the brain. It's in this. It's in the lower. It's in some kind of portion down here.
It's a portion of the brain.
That's how I'm feeling.
Okay.
all the nerves.
Okay, now you're making a very good description. Right, now I need to find out what's causing this. Okay. So trace the origin, if you can, and just describe to me what you see as you have been describing, if you can. And just describe to me what you see as you have been describing.
At some point there's been a distinct imbalance. I've just been shown sort of like scales, where there's been such an imbalance that there's been almost a complete lack of something, right? It's gone like that, yeah.
So it sounds as if there's a disruption in the energy flow through the nervous system. Would that describe it?
There's been something has happened to cause a drop in something important, right? And it's left a malfunction.
So it sounds, correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds to me as if it's some kind of structural damage. Yeah?
Yes.
So my next question is it repairable? And this is where our guides and helpers can come in. I mean, they've been very, very good and helped show us where the problem is. What I'm trying to do is find out whether the damage is repairable.
There's a massive input of light into it.
Is it something that can be attended to here and now, or is it something that we would have to be in the presence of the man himself, so that he's aware of what's happening? What can be done?
We can do some work now.
Okay. Well, it sounds like the guides and helpers and those with knowledge and experience, if they can attend to these needs now. And just explain to me, describe to me what you see as best you can, okay? You're probably going to witness something you've never seen before. It may be difficult for you to describe it to me, but do the best you can, okay?
It's as if two big hands have come outside the location, and the energy of light is being pushed into the place where it's needed. You just want to stay with that. Electric blue light all around. And really firing this pink fish, each pink is pink.
anything happen?
Sorry, I'm just in there while the healing's going on. It's just the healing energy was being applied. By the clients.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the procedure's finished, all done and dusted?
You can carry on.
Good. We just need to go through a procedure of withdrawing gently, knowing the procedures that need to continue. Ensure that the aura is smooth and secure. Notice that the chakras are spinning properly, centre and balance. And ask Chris's guides and helpers and the attending leaders to continue with their work. We draw and thank them for coming to aid in the work that's been undertaken this evening. And as we withdraw, allowing consciousness, all parts of your consciousness to return to yourself and center and balance yourself in your own way as you return to normal consciousness. Now while the video recorder is still running and the tape is still running, I'm just going to ask you what you think this man may have been suffering from.
I haven't got a clue.
No idea whatsoever. Don't tell you. Tourette syndrome. Does that fit?
Yeah.
Does, doesn't it?
It does.
What we have to do now is to check with him and see how he is.